Hello friends. Today, we are going to study about the Labour Code 2020. Government of India and various state governments have been taking various measures to promote ease of doing business in India. Proposed labour law codes by central government, if implemented in an appropriate manner, can have far-reaching impact towards reducing the compliance burden on corporates without compromising the welfare of the workforce. Government of India has proposed to implement the following 4 labour codes on pan-India basis to consolidate numerous central and state labour law legislations. The Industrial Relations Code, the Social Security Code, the Occupational Safety, Health, and Working Conditions Code, and the Code of Wages. While the government proposes to increase the ambit of Social Security by including gig workers and interstate migrant workers, it has also proposed measures that will provide greater flexibility to employers to hire and fire workers without government permission. Act subsumed. Wage Code 4 laws amends and consolidates the laws relating to wages and bonus and matters connected therewith, or incidental thereto. The Payment of Wages Act, 1936. The Minimum Wages Act, 1948. The Payment of Bonus Act, 1965. The Equal Remuneration Act, 1976. IR Code 3 laws consolidates and amends the laws relating to trade unions, conditions of employment in industrial establishments, investigation and settlement of industrial disputes, and for all other incidental or related matters. The Trade Unions Act, 1926. The Industrial Employment Standing Orders Act, 1946. The Industrial Disputes Act, 1947. OSH Code 13 laws focused on consolidating and amending the laws regulating the occupational safety, health and working conditions of the persons employed in an establishment and for all other incidental or related matters. The Factories Act, 1948. The Plantations Labor Act, 1951. The Mines Act, 1952. The Working Journalists and Other Newspaper Employees Conditions of Service and Miscellaneous Provisions Act, 1955. The Working Journalists Fixation of Rates of Wages Act, 1958. The Motor Transport Workers Act, 1961. The Beedi and Cigar Workers Conditions of Employment Act, 1966. The Contract Labor Regulation and Abolition Act, 1970. The Sales Promotion Employees Conditions of Service Act, 1976. The Interstate Migrant Workmen Regulation of Employment and Conditions of Service Act, 1979. The Cine Workers and Cinema Theatre Workers Regulation of Employment Act, 1981. The Dock Workers Safety, Health and Welfare Act, 1986. The Building and Other Construction Workers Regulation of Employment and Conditions of Service Act, 1996. Social Security Code 9 laws seeks to amend and consolidate the laws relating to Social Security, with the goal to extend Social Security to all employees and workers either in the organized, or unorganized, or any other sectors and for other incidental, or related matters. The Employees Compensation Act, 1923. The Employees State Insurance Act, 1948. The Employees Provident Fund, and Miscellaneous Provisions Act, 1952. The Employment Exchanges Compulsory Notification of Vacancies Act, 1959. The Maternity Benefit Act, 1961. The Payment of Gratuity Act, 1972. The Cine Workers Welfare Fund Act, 1981. The Building and Other Construction Workers Welfare Cess Act, 1996. The Unorganized Workers Social Security Act, 2008. While the codes have received the President's approval, the date of implementation is yet to be notified. Applicability. The Code on Wages 2019. Under existing laws. Payment of wages. Applicable to employees earning wages up to 24,000 rupees per month. Minimum wages. Individuals in non-managerial roles in scheduled employments. Under the new codes. Applicable to all employees and employers, irrespective of wage threshold. Applicability. The Social Security Code, 2020. Under the existing laws. Employees Provident Fund. 20, or more employees. Employees State Insurance Corporation, gratuity, and maternity benefit. 10, or more employees. Under the new codes. Employee threshold. Remains same for EPF, ESI, gratuity and maternity benefits. New inclusions: unorganized sector workers, gig workers and platform workers. Applicability: Industrial Relations Code, 2020. Under existing laws. Applicable to industrial establishments and trade unions. Under the new codes. Applicable to industrial establishments and trade unions. Employer includes contractors and legal representatives of deceased employer. Applicability: Occupational Safety, Health and Working Conditions Code, 2020. Under existing laws. Applicable to all workers, except in supervisory role, managerial role, of industrial establishments. Under the new codes. Applicable to all establishments. So, that's all for this topic. We hope you have enjoyed the video. In case you like the video, press on subscribe button and click the bell icon for personalized queries. You may reach out to us at info@bncglobal.in.